Hello and welcome back to another Junkie Thinking video. Doing this is who you are. Can you remember a time without it? Thoughts on this one, Mary?
Well, it just makes me think of the mental stance, possibility versus limitation. And I don't know if the person who posted this thought has gotten to phase 3 yet, but possibility versus limitation is like, okay, so this is who you are. Yeah, this is who you've been, but and you don't really know who you're going to be without it. You can't really, I mean, you can have a vision of that, but when you've been in an addiction so long, it's like it's such an identity in some ways, that you don't really know who you're going to become or what your life is going to be like without it. Um, but that doesn't really matter when it comes to the choice making process because you know the limitations on this idea of this is who I am. Okay, when you document what it really means to be stuck in the compulsive behavior, you know, endlessly, that's not going to be a happy thing. If it defines who you are, okay, whatever, but record that, document that, and you'll see that this is not something that I'm happy with. And of course it can change, right? And this is not something that I'm gonna all of a sudden become happy with and be okay with it. If you're looking for a way out of this addiction, you're not happy with it. You're not going to become happy with it. You're not going to negotiate and minimize your way into some sort of, agreement that you're going to do it once a month and that's going to be okay or whatever. Because I mean, really, when people try to control it and minimize and all that, and it's like, maybe you're going to do it once a month, but then the other, 30, 29, 30 days, you're going to be in conflict, and
Mm.
it's not a happy place to be. So don't base what you don't know on. I mean, you don't know what that possibility is going to be. And what I see with people that really take it, head on and get through addiction, get through withdrawal, they're kind of mind blown by the improvement in their life, that things that they didn't even expect, the
Yeah.
kind of the joy and happiness and the freedom of not being controlled by an addiction is pretty mind blowing. And yeah, so even though you don't know who you are without it, you know who you are with it. So document it, you
Yeah, the
know.
big thing I would say on this is I'm pretty sure the guy who sent this was into NoFap before as well. And I know we've talked about NoFap quite a bit before,
Yes.
but something that's really quite dangerous with the whole NoFap thing is the streak mentality and attaching your self-worth and identity to a streak. Now, what I just want to say on that is through this program, you'll learn a way to change your thoughts forever so that you don't have to keep streaks because you know how to deal with this problem and you have a tool to deal with this problem by dealing with urges effectively. So you no longer need to worry about ever facing or feeling that desire. It's just something you're going to be able to handle. So yeah, you may feel like right now, this is something that's a part of you, but as you continue to use your scripts and rewire the brain, it's going to become less and less part of something on your minds because eventually you get to a position where you are just free from this for good as well. And yeah, I definitely agree with what Mary was saying there about, the possibility of living a life outside of a compulsive behavior is amazing. And there's not really much value in thinking about who and where you are now because we know where you are now and we've got a tool to deal with that. So just
Well,
keep on
I
delving
think
into it.
too that the addictive part of the mind has an investment in that idea. This is who I am, because it's still looking for reasons. It's not really getting fact two on a gut level. It's looking for this is just who I am. So, it kind of gives you a reason to do the behavior because it's just who you are. Well, people change all the time. I mean, you hear out there in the world, oh, don't ever expect somebody to change. People don't change. The hell they don't. They do too. People do
Mm.
change. If they put their mind to it, you can absolutely change. If you
Yeah.
couldn't, what a bummer.
Imagine you had like a really skinny guy and he felt like he could never put on muscle because he'd always been skinny. It's like our work here is saying to them, right, here's how you go and put on muscle. You just go to the gym repetitively, put in the reps, and you're going to put on muscle. It's probably as simple as that because the script is very much like doing reps. So we don't need to get caught up in identity and self-limiting beliefs and historic thinking, because the truth is, if that skinny guy just goes to the gym repetitively, they do get to a point where they put on muscle. Like that's inevitable because it's worked for everyone else who's ever done that, and it'll work again for you as well if you choose to use the script.
Yeah, and the one thing that I think with we use the analogy a lot of the work in the muscles, right? But the thing is, with going to the gym, you stop going to the gym and then your muscle goes away.
Mm.
The beauty with this is neural pathways, they connect, they stay connected. You don't have to use your script for the rest of your life all day, go to the script every day for 3 hours, to keep your muscle. It's the beauty of it is you do the work. And the only thing that's going to change it is if you decide to engage in that compulsive behavior again and then get back in the cycle and then rewire back to addiction.
Mm.
But it's something you can just get really free of and not have to go to the gym every day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it's more like, and it's definitely a lot less ethics. I spent a fortune on these, but it's a bit like driving lessons because eventually you learn how to drive and then that just stays in your mind because the
Yeah,
neural pathways in your brain, so then it becomes in the subconscious. So yeah,
100%. Yep.
yeah. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully that helps. Any more junky thinking, send it our way and we'll be here to help. Thanks and see you later. Bye.